Renaissance, rebirth, rebuilding, utilize the youth may find truth that lies with open.
Praise Jesus. We're reading Matthew chapter 18. At the same time came the disciples unto Jesus, saying, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Jesus called a little child unto him, and sat him in the midst of them, and said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he was drowned in the depth of the sea. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come, but woe to that man by whom the offense cometh. Wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off, and cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life halt or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire. And if thine eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into hellfire. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you, that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost. How think ye, if a man have 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray, doth he not leave the 99, and goeth into the mountains, and seeketh that which is gone astray? And if so be that he find it, verily I say unto you, he rejoiceth more of that sheep than of the 99 which went not astray. Even so, it is not the will of your Father which is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear it, thou hast gained thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Again I say unto you, that if 2 of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Jesus saith unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 77 times. Therefore, if the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants, and when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him which owed him 10,000 talents. But forasmuch as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and children, and all that he had, and payment to be made. The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Then the Lord of the servant was moved with compassion, and loosed him, and forgave him the debt. But the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence. And he laid hands on him and took him the throat, saying, Pray me thou that thou owest. And his fellow servant fell down on his feet, besought him, saying, Have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison till he should pay the debt. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry, and came and told unto their lord all that was done. Then his lord, after that he had called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all that debt, because thou desiredest me. Shouldest not thou also have compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? And his lord was wroth, and delivered him to the tormentors, till he should pay all that was due unto him. So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if ye from your hearts forgive not every one his brother their trespasses. This is the word of the Lord. Chapter 18, we've got a lot of Jesus talking in my Bible, a lot of red text, which is the word of the Lord. So he starts off saying, well, they ask Jesus, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Jesus in verse 3 says, Except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. So, one, there again, there's always these multiple messages. Maybe there is a literal meaning to become as little children, but there is the childish wonder and also faith. Like, you tell a child of something, they believe it. They don't have the skepticism that a college-educated person has. So to be as a little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whosoever shall receive, verse 5, receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. So not only do you become like a child, we take care of the Lord's children. All right, well, I've got this bad cough that will just ruin anybody's listening experience. So I will quickly hit the notes that I saw while reading. Oh my goodness. Okay. So there was the children's part. There are the offense. Jesus tells the story of, you have 100 sheep and you lose one. You will go after it. You will leave the 99 to find the one. And that is what the metaphor Jesus is doing. People are saying, like, there's all these good people. Why are you going after that one taxpayer or that one politician or whatever? That's why Jesus gives this metaphor that, wouldn't you do the same if it was your one sheep, your one child, and then you rejoice just to get that one more than you would rejoice if you had stayed home and just had your 99? So there is more than just the numbers going on. There is the lost and found emotion in us, and we are made in God's image. So we have the sheep parable, and then, if thy brother trespass against thee, talk to them. If he doesn't listen, bring 2 or 3 witnesses to establish every word. Still doesn't listen, go to the church. Still doesn't listen, then verse 17, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. So he's a heathen. Be gone. Again, Jesus repeats what he had said to Peter before, that what thou bind on earth, I will bind in heaven. What thou let loose on earth, I will let loose in heaven. And then Peter asks, how many times should I forgive somebody? Should I do 7 times? And remember, 7 is the archetypal holy number. So he's talking to God, saying 7. And the answer is no, not just 7, but 77. So this is a ancient writing trope. I mean, we might say, no, you should do it 1 billion times or 1,000,000. So we'd use some drastic number. And their trope is just to add a digit, basically, the ancients. So that 7, holy number, 77, big holy number. And that 777 is, I don't know, that's maybe like the reign of Jesus. I know there's the millennial kingdom. And all right, so we had the forgive him 77 times. And then the last part. The last parable is the story of the servant couldn't pay his debt. He begs for forgiveness and is forgiven. And then he has somebody owes him a debt who begs for forgiveness, and he does not forgive his own servant or his fellow servant. And then when the master finds out that I forgave you, you didn't forgive this person. Now I'm throwing you into jail. Or where it says, delivered, verse 34, and his Lord was wroth, connecting to wrath, so angry, and delivered him to the tormentors. So maybe torturers instead of just prison is like, all right, you're going to go be tortured now, which is the fires of hell. And that's what verse 35 says at the end. Likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if ye from your hearts forgive not everyone his brothers their trespasses. This is the word of the Lord. Go with God.